What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the BullRush Live podcast. My name is Davin, and today is September 5th, a beautiful day here, day 2 of the NFL season. Day 2 of the NFL season. I just wanted to welcome all. I think I actually have the wrong number here. 159,980 Bull Rush competitors. For anybody that doesn't know, I missed it. We have non-farm that just dropped, so let's go over that really quick. It dropped at 8:30 here. For anybody that hasn't joined, join the News Squawk non-farm payroll 1-hour trading competition on BullRush right now. And the numbers are... should drop. Let me hit a refresh here. Where are we at here? There you go. Okay, actual numbers have not dropped yet. Let's see. Anyways, if you haven't already, hop over here and go to trading and go to single round. It already started, but you should still be able to register. Yes, you can. Registration is closed. But we have our non-farm payroll competition. 620 people have registered for this. The top 10 people win a free subscription to News Squawk. News Squawk is the fastest news service for Forex and trading. 6-month subscription to first place, 3-month to second and third, and then 1 month from everybody from 4th to 10th place. Now let's see what that non-farm payroll was here. If you don't know here, News Squawk is amazing. Let me just switch over here. News Squawk is amazing. You can switch between countries here or filter out countries here. So we'll go to the United States of America and let's search this today. Let's see if we can see what non-farm payroll is today. So 20, holy macaroni. We got non-farm payroll here at 22K. It was expected to be around 75K with a high of 144K. And previously it was 73K. But we got non-farm payroll at 22K. So coming in a lot shorter than we had expected here today. What's up, guys? Do I have Master Terrace Ford Best in here? Who do we got in here in the chat here? Come on. What do you guys think about this non-farm payroll? Well, we got a big show today. Beyond this non-farm payroll, which we'll keep an eye on this competition because we'll do a live play-by-play here for this competition. Let's see how. All right, nobody has any returns yet, so very interesting. No returns yet. We'll see how it goes here, but great, very interesting. I mean, great for America there. 22K. It's down from the expected 75K and down from last month's 79K. So very interesting. Like I said, we'll keep an eye on this competition and see how that goes. Whoa, my mic is falling down here. Let me pull up the chat here and make sure that we're all good. If you guys want me to stop or go over anything particular, let me know. We got some big stories here. All right. So we got an action-packed show for you guys today. Sorry about that little delay. Was hoping letting a few more people hop into the stream here. If you don't know, our NFL Survivor has just started. Whoa. Sorry about that. Our NFL Survivor has just started. Let me get back to the big screen. NFL Survivor just started. So if you're in that, Congratulations. If you're not, do not worry. We're starting out a satellite we're starting to do some satellite competitions weekly. If you don't know, they're on our website. We'll go over those in a little bit, and I'll tell you all about how you can get into the NFL Survivor still if you missed your shot to get in there in round one. Of course, we just had non-farm payroll, so we'll dive into that a little bit later in the show here, and of course give you play-by-plays here on the non-farm payroll competition. We got some news out of India, some news out of China with Forex, and then, of course, we're going to do a quick overview of the global equities. We're going to talk about crypto. You know, we always got to cover a little bit of crypto, so we're going to cover the crypto landscape, how that's doing, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, all those good cryptos. We're going to, of course, cover what's new with the SEC this week with crypto, and, of course, we'll talk a little bit more about some coins and some scams going on in the crypto sphere. And last but not least, we're going to talk sports. Yesterday, we had the first football game of the regular season. We had our Thursday night football game with the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys in Philadelphia. That was an action-packed show. I'll tell you what. Seeing that, you know, watching that game, the beginning of the game when they were doing the kind of drone flyover of the stadium and just seeing how packed that stadium was, I felt like I felt the energy through the TV. I was up in my seat, let's go. I don't even like the Eagles or the Cowboys, but I was up there cheering. If you can tell, you see who I like. I'm excited for that Sunday game at 8 o'clock at night. I think it's going to be one of the most exciting. I mean, yesterday's game was action-packed. It was insane. Started off with a fight, people getting spit on, injury like within the first few seconds of the game. We're going to cover all that, but in crazy game. I think Ravens and Bills is going to be a really good game to watch as well. I'm excited for that one. So let's get right into it. Of course, yeah, I'm going to cover all the games of this week and the upcoming games. We're going to go over how the last week's game went and a little bit more for you here. So we'll give you a little bit of bonus content here, which will also be good. Sorry, I lost. There you go. All right. So we are live. Everybody can hear me good. We are good. I look good. You know, not my face, but, you know, the camera at least looks good. So let's get rocking and rolling, and let's get right into what we got going on here. So for anybody that doesn't know, we got a prop discount. Before I go into anything, I just want to talk about the quick prop discount because this is a really good discount. If you're in our Discord, you've been seeing all the people that have been getting payouts. Yes, payouts. I know a prop firm paying out. Well, you're with an A-booked prop firm, so of course you're going to get a payout. So make sure you take advantage of this. Welcome. Use code WELCOME for 30% off all new accounts. Use code SAVE20 for 20% off all accounts, 5K through 25K. And this is, you know, whether you've bought an account before or not, this code is applicable to you. Same thing with the SAVE15 discount code. That's going to be 15% off all 50, 100, and 200K accounts. Make sure you use those codes. Make sure you trade with the only A-booked prop firm, the best prop firm. And, you know, I see a lot of people talking about, you know, are you going to pay out? Is it going to listen, you're A-booked. Your trades are going into the market. There's no reason for us to run out of money like these other prop firms because, you know, you're too profitable. The more profitable, we want you to be profitable. We want you to get that $1 million payout because guess what? That $1 million payout, that means you actually made $1 million in that profit split. We're both profitable. So, you know, the business model behind a B-book prop firm is just a billion times better. So make sure you use those codes to join that. Also, quick word from the other host of BullRush. If you like NFL, you're gonna like this. So let's hear a quick word from Dan with the Monday Night Edge every Monday at 6 p.m.
What's going on, fine citizens? Football season is finally upon us. Rejoice! And I could be more excited to tell you that I'm partnering with my good friends at BullRush for a brand new show, the Monday Night Edge with Dan Leach. It's going to be sick. The hottest picks, the craziest game recaps, tons of giveaways, and so much more launching in August. Monday nights, 6 p.m. Eastern, for an hour on all major streaming platforms. You don't want to miss it. Be there and believe in the dream.
Also, quick little giveaway. You know, we love giveaways here. By the end of this live stream, if anybody can tell me what year this logo is from. This is a Ravens logo. If anybody can tell me what year this logo, make it easy because I guess it was used for a few years. So what was the last year this logo was used for the Baltimore Ravens? We'll give you something for free here. So put that in the chat if you can guess what the last year the Baltimore Ravens used this logo was. We'll give you something for free in the chat. We actually do have some updates here in the news squawk competition. Let's give it a little refresher-roni. Check it out. What happens after the refresher-roni? Oh, almost broke my chin there. But we got Surabazmite in first place. About to lock in that 6 months prescription. That 6 month subscription. He has got 8.56% returns. But hot on his tail. We got the top 4 people are hot on his tail. Second place, Sandy Pawar is in second place, 0.37% behind first place. We got Tagar FX with 0.71% behind from third place, and we got the champ with 0.92% back from first place. You know, we like to place picks and wager a little bit here with BullRush. We have our new sports picking competition, so let's make a little wager. I'm gonna guess that Tagar FX is gonna land in either first or second place, and Champ is also gonna land in either first or second. And I have a feeling these guys, Surbite is still gonna end up in top 4, and then Sandy Power. Sorry, I'm gonna bet against you here. I'm gonna guess you're gonna bust out. So prove me wrong, Sandy Power. Prove me wrong. The satellite competition. So you heard me talk about the NFL Survivor competition. Let's play a quick ad, and then I'll go into how you can still join the NFL Survivor because there are still a few ways that you can enter it which is right here. So we're going to get into that. Let's play a quick ad first.
This isn't fantasy football. It's real competition. Welcome to the NFL Survivor Tournament. You versus the field. $100 to enter. $100,000 in total prizes. $50K to the winner. Start each week with a $100K bankroll. Pick games, win returns. Top 80% survive. Bottom 20%, you're out. Bankroll resets weekly, no carryover. 20 weeks, $100K. Will you take home the cash? Sign up, lock in, and let's see if you've got the guts to survive.
And we're back. So the NFL Survivor competition, if you don't know, now you know. The NFL Survivor, first off, $100,000 bankroll, $50,000 to first place. We're giving away $10K over the last 10 weeks. You don't want to miss that. I mean, my biggest regret here is I wish I could join this. But unfortunately, I can't right now. But you can. So, you know, joining straight up, unfortunately, that is over. But right now, if you go over here, you can join the NFL Survivor for only $20, and the top 10 people are going to be moving on to round 3 of the NFL Survivor. So for a fraction of the price to enter, you're going to be entered in, and you're going to be able to move directly into the NFL Survivor competition. So make sure you hop in there. Make sure you do that. Also, quick announcement. Anybody in yes, so sorry, that threw me off a little bit. But yes, hop in the NFL Survivor competition. You want to make sure you hop in there. Also, anybody here in South Florida, we're going to be at the Tin Roof on Sunday. We're going to have free beer for anybody that wants to come along. Also, free football, obviously. And we're going to have a competition. We're going to be giving away cash, minimum $100, but it could be more. So if you want free beer, free football, and free money, come on over to the Tin Roof in Delray Beach, Florida. Get there around between 12 and 12:30 so we can get you signed up, registered, and get you ready to rock and roll, make some money, and drink some beers. So catch us there. Trent will be there, BullRush CEO. I will be there. So meet us. We'll do some trivia. We'll do giveaways. You might walk away with some cash and a little bit of beer in your belly. So hop over there, DM us if you have any questions about that, and I'll give you all of the information. Also, Discord tags. We have a new exclusive membership for our Discord, which I'll pull up right here. It is the new Discord Diamond Members Club. The Diamond Members Club is only available to people who have our Discord tag in their name. If you don't know, we can go to the general. I'm sure there's some people in here with the Discord tag in their name. Our Discord tag right here, Zeke, right here. Perfect example. So if you go on to your name and you add the BullRush Discord tag right here, this little tag right here, you're going to be entered into you're going to gain access into our members club. Now, not this week, but starting next week, we're going to have a huge discount. Anything from free credits, free promo credits, free entrances into competitions like the NFL Survivor, which is a $100 value, free challenges, whether prop challenges or trading challenges, free swag, free, tons of free stuff. We already do giveaways about every other week or so. We try to do weekly to every other week some sort of giveaway in our Discord, but this will be much more frequent. I'm talking daily, every other day, multiple a week at the very least. And all you have to do, it's completely free to you. Everybody else out there is charging for premium memberships. $5.99 for a premium membership, blah blah blah. You get it absolutely for free. All you have to do is add the BullRush Discord tag. If you don't know how to do that, you're going to go over here to your name on the bottom. You're going to click Edit Profile. It doesn't let me turn off my streamer mode. Sorry. So you're going to go over here. You're going to go to Edit Profile. You're going to scroll down until you see server tags. You're going to click on the BullRush server tag, and you're going to click Save. Once you do that, shoot me a DM. So shoot Mr. BullRush. He's the only verified Mr. BullRush in the BullRush Discord with the red name here. Shoot me a DM and I will get you added. And as long as you still have that Discord, I'll check. We check daily to see who still has the tag on their account and allow them to have the role in there. So as long as you still have the tag on your account, you'll have access to that server. Once you remove the tag, you'll be removed from that, sorry, not the server, but that channel specifically. You'll remove your Discord Diamond member role, and you won't have access to any of those benefits. So keep that up there. Easy as pie, completely free to do. Add the Discord server tag, and let's get rocking and rolling. We're going to do one more little check-in here for right now with the NFL, sorry, not NFL, with the new Squawk non-farm payroll competition. Excuse me, see where we're at here. Look at that. What did I say? So I was completely wrong. Nobody except Tagger FX still in third place, but we got RKO hit in first place with 8.03%. So you know what that tells us? They busted out. So I was not, Sir Bismite, I was not wrong. You busted out there. You got 6.93%. So you got a few losses, but don't worry. You still got 41 minutes left to get that first place spot. So we got him in first place, 6-month subscription locked in, 8.03% returns. But right behind him, literally right behind him, we got NV Daho in second place with 7.95% returns, only 0.07% behind the first placer. And third place, we got Tagger FX, my boy, only 0.20% behind from first place. Very, very, very close. Let's go over some Forex news, and then we will cover, we'll hop back in here and get an update on what's going on. Remember, we got, today we got some Forex news. We're going to go over that first, and then we'll cover our crypto news, and then we'll dive deep into the NFL and see what's popping. Brand new whip just hopped in. Sorry, not Jack Harlow, but we'll see what's popping with that. So let's get ready for the news here. Like I said, we're gonna cover some Forex news, then crypto news, and then sports news. We'll see how the vibes go. We'll see if I do it all at once or if I just split it up a little bit. And we'll also see how the news squawks. So I think I will go over the Forex news, and then we'll hop back in the news squawk, see if there's any more updates. And we'll play it by ear. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to say them at any time. Let me take a sip of water before we go over this news, and then a sip of coffee. I lied. So, first we begin with a developing story out of India. The Indian rupee plunged to a record low of 88.36 rupees against the US dollar this week, rattling investors in import-heavy industries across the subcontinent. The trigger? Fresh U.S. tariffs on key Indian exports, including textiles, pharmaceuticals, which sent ripples through currency markets. Sensing volatility, the Reserve Bank of India stepped in aggressively, intervening as the rupee approached the 88.30 ruble threshold. The RBI began selling dollars to defend local currencies, capping what could have been a steeper decline. While the central bank's move temporarily calmed markets, economists warned that ongoing trade friction and widening current account deficit could keep the pressure on the rupee in the weeks ahead. Very interesting. I feel like every week we got some new news out of India with the rupee. Very volatile asset, just like the US dollar, which, of course, they're neck and neck. Meanwhile, in East Asia, China's yuan made an unexpected gain, leaving Sorry, jeez. I don't know why. I'm getting tongue-tied here. Meanwhile, in East Asia, China's yuan made an unexpected gain against the US dollar, leaving traders puzzled at first. But analysts now believe that the move... Sorry, I don't know what's going on here. Leaving traders puzzled at first, but analysts now believe that the move was anything but accidental. On September 3rd, the People's Bank of China appears to have deliberately allowed the yuan to strengthen, signaling confidence in its domestic economy and sending a message to global investors. The goal, according to analysts, it's two-pronged strategy: attract capital inflows into Chinese assets and reinforce domestic demand, especially in the face of ongoing global tariff tension. It's a bold step at a time when most major economies are weakening their currencies to stay competitive. Beijing, it seems, is choosing a different path. Yes. BRICS, this all goes into BRICS. Haven't heard much news on BRICS recently. Maybe we'll cover that in the next story, so stay tuned. But shifting gears to a broader market sentiment, global equities rallied midweek, led by a surge in U.S. tech stocks. But don't let that green candle fool you. Under the surface, worries are mounting. Despite the rebound in companies like Apple, Nvidia, and Meta, employment data showed signs of weakness, fueling fears that a broader recession may be brewing, especially if central banks stay aggressive on rates. Across the Atlantic, Europe is still grappling with sticky inflation, adding pressure on European Central Bank as it weighs further hikes. So while traders enjoy the bounce, economists are watching key labor inflation indicators for clues on what's next in global monetary policy and how that will ripple through the currency markets or through currency markets. Very interesting there. I mean, like what I said earlier, we got non-farm. Just looking at some of this data here, we have non-farm. So private payrolls down 38%, non-farm payrolls down to only 22,000. Yeah. So, not good. Oh, shoot, I'm not even showing my... sorry, what I was just showing, I was just kind of highlighting some of these things here. So, non-farm payroll, obviously down a ton. Last month, it was up 79K K. The revised version was 79K, so 6K higher than the original 73K. We expected to see something between 75K and at most 144K this month, but unfortunately, it came up super short at 22. Excuse me. Fixing my mic here at 22K, 38K for U.S. private payrolls, and down 12K for manufacturing payrolls. One sec, I got a call. So sorry, had a little call coming in. It came up on my computer. But yes, so everything seems to be down. The average work week, which is interesting, is down to 34.2 hours. What that tells us, honestly, what that tells us, honestly, is 40-hour work week is full-time. This just tells you that on average, most people are now not working full-time. The majority of Americans here are working part-time, which is not that good. So very interesting stuff here. Take it how you will. Let's check out an update here in the new Squawk non-farm payroll. See what's going on. Well, it looks like we almost have we got about 11 people that disqualified already, so that's interesting. Rocket still in first place with 9.99. We got another 0.99% returns out of him. We got Joseph King that skyrocketed up here to second place with 7.91%, only 2% behind from first place. And we got Tagger FX with 7.66% returns, 2.33% behind, and Sourbramize in fourth place with 7.25%, only 2.74% behind. We see this first placer. I wish you all had some easier names to pronounce, but we got RK R Hoet in first place with 9.99% returns. Not gone are the days of under 1% behind from the leader. Closest person is 2.08% behind. We'll see how that plays out. Let's get into some crypto news. We're going to flash through this real quick, and we're going to talk about a little bit of crypto news here. And then, of course, like I was telling you before, we're going to talk about the NFL, what everybody's talking about right now, the NFL season, because NFL is back. Rejoice. So September kickoff. September kicked off with a bang across the crypto landscape. Bitcoin surged nearly $111,618, while Ethereum climbed past $4,367, levels not seen in recent weeks. But the bullish energy didn't stop there. XRP, Solana, and even Dogecoin saw upward moves, hinting at a broad-based strength throughout the altcoin sector. Well, what's fueling this push? A big factor could be Figure Technologies' newly announced IPO aiming at a $4.13 billion valuation. The fintech firm Traditional Finance Meets Crypto business model is giving investors hope that Wall Street and Web3 are finally ready to hold hands. I love the merge between Wall Street and Web3. Good, bad, double-edged sword. Anyways, in Washington, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission just dropped a bombshell, a comprehensive new agenda to modernize how crypto is regulated in the U.S. This isn't just another enforcement headline. The SEC's proposal include safe harbors, exemptions for innovation, and the potential for crypto trading on national exchanges and alternate trading systems, a systematic shift from the enforcement-heavy tone of previous years. Analysts say this could finally bridge the gap between TradeFi and DeFi, opening the door to institutional capital and wider consumer protections. We talked about this a little bit last week with the whole the rules around developers and developers of decentralized and crypto technologies and Web3 technologies. They have a little bit more leeway there for what happens on their technologies that they are not in control of. So that, I think, allows a little bit more room for innovation. My stance has always been we need regulation. We need, I'm not saying necessarily the government, but some sort of outside third-party regulatory body to just make sure people aren't getting scammed, because unfortunately, and this is one of the biggest negatives about crypto, is yes, crypto's so great, it's so decentralized, but there's so many new people getting scammed. I remember I was doing an interview, or one of my street interviews that you see on YouTube, on the FAU campus, the Florida Atlantic University campus, and I was talking to students, and there's a few people that told me when I was asking them about Bitcoin if they've ever done anything. They're like, "Oh yeah, I did, but I got scammed," or "Oh yeah, I tried it out, but I had a friend or my mom got scammed," or something like that. I mean, one of the videos I actually, in the video we kept it in, one of the pieces was a couple, I believe, or maybe they're just friends, but a guy and a girl, and they both had gotten scammed before in Bitcoin, specifically Bitcoin, and now they're like, it's cool, but like I don't have enough money to afford to possibly get scammed. So I think regulation is good, but over-regulation kills innovation, and we need that perfect, perfect scale of innovation and regulation. Because too much regulation, you don't get enough innovation, and then if you have a whole bunch of innovation with no regulation, then you just get scammed, and it just puts a bad image on even if it's only 10% of people, or even if it's 3% of people who hold crypto get scammed or lose money in a negative, bad way like that, it still looks bad on the system, because nobody wants to see that happen. But where there's hype, there's hustle. As Bitcoin climbs, crypto scams are spiking, with criminals getting smarter, faster, and more convincing. We're seeing a surge in NFT giveaway scams, phishing attempts, AI-generated deepfakes, and fake support bots, especially across platforms like Telegram, Discord, and TikTok. Security experts are urging users to double-check URLs, avoid unsolicited messages, and never share seed phrases, no matter how official a DM might look. The crypto space is maturing, but so are the scams. I mean, I'll tell you just one scam, or actually two scams that I see constantly in our in my personal social medias, and even our BullRush social medias are one. I'll actually pull one up for you guys right now, because I see these. Let me see if I can find one for you guys, because I see these all the time, and it blows my mind that I delete them. So let me see if I have any new ones in here. No. Dang. Well, I don't have them, but I was trying to see if we had any of those in there so I could show you. But no, pretty much how these work is it'll be a message that's like, "Hi, John," and even if your name's not John, they don't care, because they want you to think that it's like an incorrect. They accidentally sent it to you. They meant it to send it to someone else, but it'll be something along the lines of like, "Hi, John. Your grandfather died or something. Here's the crypto that he left you. Here's like a $500,000 worth of crypto or $1 million worth of crypto. Go to this address and you'll get it transferred to yourself." And you go to the address and you put in your crypto information, and instead of just putting an address where you get it sent to you, they find a way to get your login info, and next thing you know, any crypto that you did have in an account is drained. So watch out for those. There's a lot of those kind of crypto scams out there. And yeah, funny that that who knew? It's almost like I wrote these news stories that came up next. Yeah, very, very, very interesting. So let's do another check-in on here on the new Squawk payroll, non-farm payroll competition, because there has been tons of action. So 999 for first place here. Let's see if anything changes. Still 999, Joseph King second. Everything is the same, so people are relaxed. People are chilling out here for right now. Very, very interesting here. What do we got? Come on, guys. Y'all are quiet. You're shy now today, huh? Usually, you guys are chatting a lot more here in the live chats. Let me see. Let me check out what's going on in the interwebs here if I missed something. Got me talking like I'm crazy here to myself. We're still here. Hey man, we're rocking and rolling. So, welcome to the party, and let me know if y'all got any questions. So we're gonna go over some NFL news here in a sec. Um, Real quick before we go into the NFL news, I just want to tell you guys about a few of the competitions we have going on. So, like I said, we have obviously our NFL Survivor. With that, we also have our satellite competition. So remember, it was originally 100 uh, $100 to enter. Now it's only $20 to enter. So top 10 people get access into the NFL Survivor. So this is a good place, a good way to kind of finagle your way in and still have a chance of winning your share of that $50,000. I'm holding it nice and tight for you here. I'm making sure not a single dollar goes missing. And you're going to get all of that once you win the NFL Survivor. Sorry, my mic keeps falling down over here. For stranger vloggers, what effect of NFP now? You know, that is a good question. And I could sit here and talk and tell you guys all about what I think will happen, but I think something cool that we can do on this segment is let's just ask ChatGPT. So let's just ask ChatGPT, what are the effects from today's non-farm payroll news? Let's see. Let's say, what are the Forex and trading effects? I'm interested because I just put this in here. I'm interested to see what ChatGPT says. And let's get their report. Everybody's all about ChatGPT. So let's get the ChatGPT impact. So the actual was 22K. Very, very weak. Obviously, like we just said, forecasted was 75. Previous was 144. Previous was 144. Unemployment rate is at 4.4%, which is much higher than expected. I guess it was right where it was expected. 4.3%. Expected was 4.3. The low was 4.1, 4.4. So that hit right on the nail. So ChatGPT, a little off on that. But market impact is going to be high. So obviously expected was 75. This signals a significant slowdown in U.S. job growth, coupled with higher unemployment rate. This indicates the labor market is weakening. Plus, remember, I was telling you guys also that the average work week, which not a lot of people look at this, but I always find this interesting, is 34.2 hours. This kind of gauge, and when I look at this, the closer it is to 40, obviously, the more full-time workers there are, the more workers there are that have benefits in America, health care, all that good stuff. The further below 40 it is, the more part-time workers, the more people that maybe have 2-3 jobs just to keep up with their bills and stuff. So that's another very important economic indicator. Not a lot of people look at this, but I just look at this to see, because with unemployment and stuff, people may be unemployed, and that's a good number to look at. But also something, if you have 3 jobs just to survive, you're not going to be spending a lot of money in the economy. So, if the average person, or if more people are just part-time workers that are working, I factor that into, let's say every part-time worker is, instead of one unemployed person, every part-time worker is like 0.3 of an unemployed worker. So you add those up, and if there's 100,000 unemployed workers, that's another 30,000, 33,000, whatever, unemployed people that go into the market. So I always like to look at that number. I think that number is very interesting, and it being down is very interesting as well. Obviously not too far down. We've been at this trend where average work week hours have been going down, but I did not think it would be that far down. Let's go back to ChatGPT, see what else ChatGPT has to say about non-farm payroll. So the Forex impact, USD bearish. The weaker jobs report decreases the likelihood of future Fed rate hikes and increases chances of cuts. Traders often sell US dollar in response. And if we look at the charts here, if I can pull up, anybody can tell me how I can get to my account? Psych, I know, I'm just joking. Oh, well, I guess I'm not in a competition, so let me just register for a free competition here just so I can pull up my account. Oh, I'm probably in a country that I can't be in. All right, well, interesting. Well, never mind. We're not going to look at that. But most impacted pairs likely are going to be Euro USD, GBP USD, USD JPY, and XAU USD. So actually, let's go over here and just check out what people have been trading. And let's see if any of these, if ChatGPT was right, or if our traders were right, and if any of our traders have been trading in that. So let's go over here to the leaderboard, and if you guys don't know, everything on BullRush is fully transparent. So when you go over here, XAU USD, of course, Euro USD, and drumroll, hasn't closed a trade, and XAU USD. So XAU USD and Euro USD obviously likely to rise, and likely to rise as USD weakens. So let's see what trades they've done for XAU USD. Let's click on his dashboard and check out what he has done. Of course, he did buys here, and it has risen. He has risen. Yeah, so he's got a bunch of buys here of XAU USD. It looks like it's been absolutely pumping here, and that's how he secured his first place spot. I think Joseph was Euro USD, so let's check out what he was doing. Euro USD has absolutely been pumping as well, and it looks like yeah, the only time, I mean, here he's got a 0 because he tried to sell it. He made a little bit of money on a little decline here, but yeah, mostly Euro USD, full 20 lot volumes, and just cranking out the profits on that one. So very interesting. And then risky assets, obviously, stock and risk sensitive currencies like AUD, NZD, CAD might initially spike up, as a softer labor market could mean the Fed will take a dovish stance. However, if markets interpret this as a sign of approaching recession, risk sentiment could flip and bearish quickly. The short-term play, and I'll give you guys this if any of you guys are trading. Here's ChatGPT's short-term play to essentially win the NFL, or not, I keep saying NFL. My brain is just all NFL Survivor. Sorry. The new Squawk non-farm payroll is considered long positions on Euro USD, GBP USD, and XAU USD. Tight stop losses are recommended. Initial spikes can be false breakouts. Wait for a clear 5 to 15 minute candle close to confirm direction. And then Euro USD resistance near 1.0900 and gold resistance near 2,500. So boom shakalaka, For Strangers Vlogger, there is your breakdown, sponsored and brought to you by ChatGPT for the non-farm payroll. I can give my opinions. I have an economics degree, but I feel like I don't want to steer you guys wrong, man. I know y'all are trading and everything. Who's ready for some NFL action, some NFL news? I got some really good NFL news here. That good coffee. That good coffee. Before we get into this NFL news, let me play one more ad. Just so you guys know about our NFL Survivor, you can't join the NFL Survivor directly, but we have our NFL Survivor satellite competitions. So make sure you join, listen in, and let's get
This isn't fantasy football, it's real competition. Welcome to the NFL Survivor Tournament. You versus the field. $100 to enter, $100,000 in total prizes, $50K to the winner. Start each week with a $100K bankroll. Pick games, win returns. Top 80% survive. Bottom 20%, you're out. Bankroll resets weekly, no carryover. 20 weeks, 100K. Will you take home the cash? Sign up, lock in, And let's see if you've got the guts to survive.
All right, now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Let me know in the chat if anybody watched that game yesterday. That was a crazy game. That was very exciting. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. When that rain delay happened, I was laying on my couch and probably, I think it was a 50-something. I mean, we're going to go over it here in a sec, but it was like 56-minute rain delay. 65-minute rain delay, so about an hour-long rain delay. I probably fell asleep at minute 5 on my couch, so I did miss the game after the rain delay. I watched highlights this morning. First half of the game, though, was action-packed, super exciting, and of course, a little bit into quarter 3, it was super, super exciting. So let's get right into it. Like I said, very exciting game, but... oh. And, of course, you guys have comments, want to talk shit about the Ravens or anything, or talk smack about any of the teams I'm talking about, feel free to comment. But the Philadelphia Eagles edged out the Dallas Cowboys 24-20 to kick off the 2025 season. Quarterback Jalen Hurts was a standout, completing 19 of 23 passes and rushing for 2 touchdowns, totaling 214 yards from scrimmage. Saquon Barkley added 60 rushing yards and a touchdown to the mix. The game was overshadowed by a bizarre incident just 6 seconds in. Eagles defensive tackle Jalen Carter was ejected for spitting on Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. Despite Carter's apology later, the incident created a cloud of controversy around the league opener. If you guys didn't see that, I think it was somebody got injured. I can't remember exactly who got injured, but one of the players got injured, and of course, Dak Prescott and Dak Prescott and Jalen Carter met in the middle. Some words were exchanged. Jalen Carter did a little on Dak Prescott. I don't know. It definitely was intentional, but it also kind of looked like he got something in his mouth and he was spitting it out. But he spit on Dak Prescott, which, of course, got him ejected from the game. The game also included a 65-minute lightning delay in the third quarter, significantly impacting momentum and pace of the play. But the Eagles weathered the storm, no pun intended. A clutch 58-yard field goal by Jake Elliott in the third quarter helped set the win in motion. Despite 9 penalties costing the team 110 yards, the defense made crucial stops late, preventing Dallas from completing a comeback. Javonte Williams shined for Dallas with 2 rushing touchdowns, while CeeDee Lamb racked up 110 receiving yards. Still, it wasn't enough to overcome Philadelphia's grit and resilience, and congrats to anybody who put a Eagles money line out there. I know if anybody watching, all these Dallas fans were, even though CeeDee Lamb got 110 yards, they were pulling their hair out over those 2 missed catches at the end of the game there. And of course, those delays, those lightning delays and storm delays always cause a huge either shift in momentum or a total loss in momentum with both teams. Delays are absolutely terrible. Being a Ravens fan, if anybody remembers the 2012 Super Bowl, Ravens versus 49ers, we had a power outage. That was, don't even get me in that conspiracy theory. The 49ers definitely turned off the power because we were crushing them. But it happened, and delays are absolutely detrimental in this. So let's get into the upcoming games. So let's start with the must-watch. Let's go over some of the games this week and for the rest of week 1. To begin with, let's start with the must-watch game everyone's talking about, Chiefs versus Chargers. We got a historic global opener taking place Friday night tonight in Brazil. The Chiefs, led by Mahomes and that Donovan. I need to take one more sip of water. We're going to reset. We're going to reset that news story. I don't know why my mouth is not working right now. I don't know if I'm having an allergic reaction or something, but it feels my tongue is getting bigger, and red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Let's start with the must-watch games everyone's talking about. Of course, the Chiefs and the Chargers. We've got a historic global opener taking place Friday night tonight in Brazil. The Chiefs, led by Mahomes and that dominant defensive front, take on a restructured Chargers squad reeling from the loss of left tackle Rashawn Slater. The spotlight's on Chris Jones to wreak havoc early in the game. I know I'm excited. I believe that's happening at 8 p.m. tonight. Next, the Baltimore Ravens, best football team in the world. On Sunday, it's quarterback clash in Buffalo. Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen. Two MVP caliber dual threats going head-to-head in what could be an AFC playoff preview. If anybody remembers the Ravens versus the Bills last year during the playoffs, that was a action-packed game. I almost broke my TV. I know I'm going to be on the edge of my seat on Sunday. I know I'm going to be exciting. I'm going to be coming back from that event that we have at Tin Roof between 12 and 4 on Sunday. I know I'm going to be coming back from that game and going home and watching this game, and I'm going to be ecstatic. I know it's going to be one of the best games. I know everybody's looking at this Chiefs and Chargers game. I think this Ravens-Bills game could very well be much better than even the game that we had last night, which was action-packed. Then let's go over to Monday Night Football. Week 1 wraps with a classic NFC North showdown. Vikings versus Bears. Can the Vikings bounce back from last season's collapse, or will Chicago's young core make an early statement? All very, very exciting games. One more game. Here's your under-the-radar showdown. Panthers versus Jaguars. Carolina's defense have been built up from the ground up, especially their pass rush, which could cause problems for Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence. But Jacksonville isn't coming in empty-handed. They've got Brian Thomas Jr. and rookie phenom Travis Hunter lined up at wideout, posing a serious mismatch nightmares in man coverage. This one could turn into a sneaky shootout or a defensive slugfest. I know Travis Hunter has looked really good in the preseason here, and I'm excited to see how they all do and how he does and how Trevor Lawrence goes. The Jaguars are looking really good this year, so I think they're going to do pretty well. Shout out all my people in Duval, but I think the Jags are going to do very well this year. Not better than the Ravens, obviously. I think Ravens are going to go Super Bowl. I got them. Super Bowl, I got Lamar for MVP. Let's run it. That's the teams. I think I'm excited for see tonight in Brazil too. Should be a very exciting game. And we'll see how everything goes. What do you guys think? Let me ask you guys. What game are you most excited about today? I'll give you a little sec. Oh, also, while I wait for you guys to answer which one's your favorite, if anybody can tell me when the Baltimore Ravens stopped using this logo, you guys win a prize. You have until, you guys probably have another 5 minutes to answer, and you guys win a free prize. That's today's giveaway. But that's the news that I have. Make sure you watch the Monday night. If you thought the NFL section there was good, you guys got to wait until that Monday Night Edge with Dan Leach. Every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern, he goes over everything I just go over, plus a ton more. He knows a ton more than I do about football, so he'll go way more in depth. He'll also give you some rockin' picks. So if you're in the NFL Survivor or you just want to make some money placing some sports picks, listen to him. He's going to give you weekly picks, the best picks, and he's going to help you out on fantasy football as well. So make sure you tune in every Monday, wherever you're watching this now, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, or X, anywhere that you're watching this right now. We're also going to be playing the Monday Night Edge with Dan Leach. So make sure you tune in. You do not want to miss it. This is an amazing show. So tune in, be there, or be square. I always like to leave you guys. Don't forget the prop deal here one more time. We're doing 30% off all new accounts. So if you've never had an account with us, 30% off. We're doing 20% off all 5K to 25K accounts with code SAVE20. And then that's whether you've had an account before or not. And then also 15% off all 50 to 200K accounts using code SAVE15. Remember, if you're a new user, use code 30% welcome, and you're going to get 30% off all new accounts. Whether it's a 5K account or a 200K account, you're going to get 30% off. Also, like I said, make sure you join our NFL Survivor competition. And last but not least, brain fart. Last but not least, make sure you make sure you take care of yourself, man. Drink water. Make sure you drink water. Make sure you read a book. And don't forget that nothing is impossible, because the word itself says impossible. I am possible. I am possible. So nothing's impossible, because even the word itself, impossible, has I'm possible. So just remember, nothing's impossible. People thought that back in 100 years ago, actually a little earlier, older now, but probably like 200 years ago, nobody thought that humans can fly. Now we're flying over the seas. And talking about flying, we'll be in London September 27th for the London Prop Trading Expo. We have our own BullRush stage. We're going to have tons of events. We're going to have live trading competitions with awesome prizes. We're going to have live trivia competitions. We're going to have interviews with great people like William Davies, Rajan Dahl, Jason Sen, and more. And of course, the London Prop Trading Expo is an amazing expo. You can use code BullRush on the London Prop Trading Expo, and you're going to get 50% off your ticket. So use code BullRush, BullRush, and you're going to get 50% off. I think that was the first time I ever sneezed on live. My bad. 50% off your ticket, code BullRush on London Prop Trading Expo. Meet us at Tin Roof this Sunday in Delray Beach, Florida. Come say hi, come drink some free beer, and come win some cash. And everybody else, use code AMA promo for a 100% deposit bonus. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time. Have a great weekend. Join the weekend crypto competition, and don't forget about our weekend trivia competitions every Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Be there, be square. I'll see you next week. Let's go. Let's give it a round of applause on BullRush for over almost 160. Let's see if we're at 160. I was wondering if we were going to get 160. 160! While we were on live, we hit 160,000 active BullRush users. Let's go. Do a round of applause. 160,000 active users. We're actually 160,019 active users. Shout out to you 19 people who just joined while we were on live. Like I said, had a great time. Use code AMA promo for 100% deposit bonus. Use code BullRush on the London Prop Trading Expo for 50% off. And I will see you next week.